hit these motherfuckers with some Dopey, dude.
I love that Dopey every day. I love to hear the next thing that Chris and Dave are gonna say. And yes, there's Dopey. I used to be a junkie, but now I have some hopey because of those dopes down at Dopey.
Welcome to Dopey, the podcast on drug addiction and dumb shit. And here's Dave and Chris.
Okay. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Welcome to Dopey. This is going to be a very crazy episode of Dopey. Well, okay. Todd is here still. And Jim, one of my oldest and one of my best friends, is here. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you.
We always thought a relapse would be good for the show. No. So you're saying no.
Yeah, I never...
God,
What do you think of that, though, man?
What's
What he just said. He said he wrote you off. He wrote you off, man. He thought you were done.
It's not true.
You stick a fork in you.
I had to. I had to.
Yeah.
I know, but this show gives. I mean, part of the reason I enjoy listening to it is because I know just the tone of it. I can hear that.
Yeah.
It's further and further in your past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's soothing to me as, someone who knows this guy and wants him to stick around.
All right, Dopey Nation. It's been a hell of a ride. More emails and voicemails to come. I'm sorry the last 2 episodes we didn't do any of that stuff.
We had weird new Dopey terrain.
I loved it. I thought the last few other episodes were great.
We had a lot of
glimpse
people
into your childhood.
We had a lot of people who are not sober on Dopey, basically.
We had a couple, yeah.
Well, quite a few. And Todd was literally on heroin during
I don't
Dopey.
know if you...
Dude, I'm looking over, and he's fucking fading the fuck out. And
I think he went to your bathroom and sniffed a bag?
I think when he went downstairs, he copped dope. That's what I think. And he comes back up. We're sitting here with Jim. Jim's telling his story. I'm looking at Todd. Todd's like this. and I'm looking at you. I'm like... I'm judging my head. And Jim's like, Dave... Did I lose you? And I'm just like, Todd's on fucking heroin on Dopey.
I don't know.
And he's like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
He came here specifically not to do dope.
Did you see when he left and then he didn't come back and then he comes back and he's nodding out? You fucking don't see the signs.
All right, maybe, dude.
Take it upon yourself to write a review and try not to put me down too much because I like to sleep at night. And give us 10 reviews.
Thank you, Dopey.
10 of you.
Thank
10
you.
of you.
Thank you.
10 of you.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, wait, Jim's still here. Jim, did you know that you fucking put the tea kettle on, walk out of the fucking room while we're recording? Did you not notice that Todd was fucking nodding out over here? You're telling the story, you go, Dave, why aren't you paying attention? It's because I'm fucking seeing dope, the heroin in the kitchen.
I never know. I mean, he's all...
Where have you been? You been napping in the back?
Did you hear any of the episode?
No.
Oh. All right. Well, say goodbye to the Dopey Nation.
Goodbye, Dopey Nation.
Is there anything you want to add? A little stay strong.
I liked what he finished with this episode. That was great. That was a good note.
What?
Just all the sobriety stuff.
Whose sobriety stuff?
I forget it.
Just the fact that I think that people I like the show, and it seems to me other people like the show because you feel the confidence you two guys have in your...
What about the bastards that bash me in the reviews? What do you think about that?
I mean...
It's part of show business.
You love that show.
Yeah.
You love the attention.
All right, we got to wrap this up. Say goodbye, Jim.
Goodbye, Jim.
Say Toodles.
Don't say Toodles.
You don't say Toodles? You got everybody against me. All right, Dave, what do you have to say?
We got to play that song.
What song?
That John thing.
Are we playing that now?
Yeah, we're playing now.
All right. You got to send it to me, too, because we'll layer it in.
Stay strong, my brothers and sisters.
Should we close out with the John song? We'll close out with the John song.
Okay. Cormac has this great song.
All right, but we'll close out with the John song, and we're going to do that
quick.
on Monday.
What is your boy's thoughts? This is from Andrew Engelking. He lives in Alaska, and he always posts pictures of moose.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
He says, "What is you boys' thought on becoming a pharmacist while in active recovery?" Truthfully,
in active recovery?
It's perfect for someone in Dopey Nation. I can spot junkies a mile away, and I know every drug on the market. My concern is temptation. However, I feel like my family's more important than jail.
What does that even mean?
Stay strong, my brothers. And thank you, Andrew, for tweeting at us. And there were 19 other tweets that we didn't see.
All right, well, we'll get to them on Monday.
Yes.
And Toodles.
We don't need to say that.
Welcome to Dopey, the podcast on drug addiction and dumb shit. And here's Dave and Chris.
Okay.
We're going?
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I don't have to say the thing.
You don't have to say it.
But now I want to say it.
Yeah, but we should also ask the Dopey Nation, what do you think of the new intro? Should we keep it? I mean, we've done it on the last 3 episodes, and we've gotten mostly good reviews. One bad review.
I think what I always think. Do you want to know what that is?
You hear the one bad thing, and then you freak out?
What I think, and it's what I always think, is that we should do different things every time.
No.
Do this, we do that. We change, like Howard Stern, we change it up.
The Dopey Nation needs some consistency in their life.
I think you do. I think it has. You have a multitude of disorders germinating in that sick head, and I think they're communicating. We need the same thing every time.
Routines are good. You got to build good habits.
All right, we'll call.
Yeah. So if you watched, I'll say it on the show.
What?
No, say it on the show.
You're not. I don't.
You don't want me to talk.
I don't want you to talk.
I'll be quiet.
I don't want you to be quiet.
There's no.
2 things you should know.
Not much I'm going to be able to say.
No, 2 things that you have really very much in common with Matt Pinfield. He went to Karen and Los Encinas. I always thought it was called Caring. I was like, that's a nice name.
Better, yeah.
Why is it called Karen?
I don't know. Probably some dude named Karen.
Motherfuckers.
John Karen or something.
Renaissance fucking blue. It was like I don't even believe in treatment. How do you like that? I don't even believe in it.
And on that note, Dave is just had an interview to get his KSAC, which is the degree to become a alcohol and drug counselor.
So I'm on my way.
You should lead with that. Did you lead with that in your interview? I don't believe in treatment.
No, what I said was the woman says to me, "Why do you want to do this?" And I said, "I hate waiting tables."
Yeah. Take care, Dopey Nation, and Toodles.
You say "Take care, Dopey Nation."
Stay strong.
That's the new. Is that the new tagline?
Nation.
Take care, Dopey Nation.
Take care.
And see ya.
We need
That's an
exit voiceover.
That's the new one. Take care, Dopey Nation. See ya. Can we do it like that from now on?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So take care, my brethren and sistren.
And see ya.
See ya.
Welcome to Dopey, the podcast on drug addiction and dumb shit. And here's Dave and Chris.
Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. I'm Dave.
We don't have to do that anymore.
I know. I wanted to throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you a little treat.
You didn't think I was paying attention.
I figured you'd like that. You love it when we do that.
I'm Chris.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I had another famous person at work, and I talked to him, and this is what he said. Why doesn't it play?
Because you're an idiot.
Can you get it to play loud? Here.
Speaker.
Here, pause it for a second.
This is dead air.
I know, pause it.
This is dead air. I like the dead air.
You do?
It's just radically authentic.
Is it on now?
It's recording. We're just rolling.
All right.
Me nah, pause, Dopey. You got any closing remarks for the Dopey Nation?
Stay strong, my brethren and sistren.
And Toodles.
Me nah, say it, Toodles.
Dopey will not cure any sort of actual withdrawal or any symptom of drug addiction, alcoholism, or craving. If you feel any actual symptoms or hopelessness, you should probably check into detox or find the nearest meeting. Thank you. And here's Dave and Chris.
I like it.
Thanks, Ben.
I like it. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
You like it?
You came up with that on the train?
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah. There's lots to talk about, though. How's it going?
Things are good, man.
What's so good?
This isn't necessarily good, but it's an interesting event in sobriety that happened recently.
Okay.
Well, you know that I've been cohabitating with a dog.
I do, Sammy.
Yes, Sammy. He's a big fluff ball, Dopey Nation, a Samoyed. He looks like he's 80 pounds. He's 50 pounds, 55. He's all fluff.
You always say this like it's new information.
Google Samoyed. Well, people might be tuning in for the first time, so I'm going to let them know. And I'm Dave, and I'm Chris, and that's his Dave.
Isn't it awesome to have the pre-recording so we don't have to do that stuff?
It is. It's nice.
So freeing.
But we still have to clarify
hey now,
who is who.
Welcome to Dopey, podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit.
You still want to do it, though.
Yeah, you know. There's a couple weird things about Ben's thing.
So, you want to hear this or not?
About Sammy?
Yes.
Okay.
We expressed his anal glands the other night. That's the best way to describe it.
Okay, what other It's acronyms?
Do you want to hear about the anal glands or not?
We'll get to the anal glands. You said FOMO. What other acronym? Is it an acronym?
Yes, fear of missing out.
When you say he has bad FOMO, if you said that to my sweet father, I bet he would think that the dog had bad breath. Now, Dad, if I was to say I was suffering from... If the dog had really bad FOMO, what would this be in your mind? What would you think it is? The dog had really bad FOMO.
Something was coming out of his mouth.
Oh, there you go.
Now, when you get all teary-eyed and stuff, and you get this whole thing, why are you looking at me with that look?
Because you're hurting your dad. He's upset.
That's my point. Why should you be feeling hurt right now?
Because he loves his son.
You're bringing back all this garbage from the past, and I don't want it to ever happen again. Yeah. And it's not so easy to listen to this crap.
So why do you listen every day?
Because you're doing a good job.
That's good. We'll have you back maybe next one.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
There you go. Now back to the Anal Express.
Okay, we're going to that.
Yes.
All right. The way he didn't get vicious. The way he was howling, I've never heard it. It was... It was bad.
He didn't like the finger in the butt.
But as soon as he got out, he was super happy.
So he did like the finger. He was just happy it was over.
I think he was happy it was released.
He was so grateful to stop getting anally raped by you and Annie. Annie raped him until he came, the rancid fluid.
That's what we do. We go the extra mile.
And I love our show, but it's like when you take back the comedy... Yeah. You get to some horrible, horrible stuff.
Yeah.
And, it's easy to forget it in all of the hoopla.
Yeah.
In all of the fun hoopla of Dopey. We recently, as in today, hit 300 reviews. Thanks to you guys.
Thank you guys.
So thank you. Number one. We also recently cracked 400,000 total downloads. We also just had our 2-year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Chris.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Check out Work At Health because they're so good to us. So be good to them. And stay strong.
And Toodles. Hello, and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. My name is Chris.
How are you doing, Chris?
This is Dave talking. We're going to play the intro, right?
Nah. What's up with you?
I'm just killing it. I meant to say chilling. I'm just chilling. Killing it. I'm killing. How you doing?
Good.
Should we start this over?
No, it's fine. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You're upset. You got so brazen that you were going to start the episode yourself because you never do that.
Well, don't analyze me.
That was what, and then you feel stupid because you are stupid.
Before we started the last episode, I posted a video getting tacos at Taco Bandito down the street.
It's an amazing Chino Mexicano establishment.
And I asked for people to comment to their questions, and we've gotten so far we've gotten several questions.
That's awesome, but we're not doing that now.
No, we're going to do a couple of them.
No, we're not.
Going to do one of them.
No, we're not.
Gonna do one.
No, we're not. We're calling Alana so we can call the intern.
No, we have one really short
one.
We're doing this. It's literally one word answer.
Okay.
I want you to answer.
Okay,
this,
great.
Okay?
Yes. The answer is no. Before we take any more steps forward, just going to take a deep breath, right?
I'm going to read another comment off of Instagram.
No, not yet.
A question.
No, not yet. I got to do something first.
What do you mean, not yet?
I mean, just relax. Hold your horses. You're getting to that bad place.
Bad. You don't like that place because you have no control when I get to that place.
Okay. That's great. When he farts, he leans over, he sticks his butt out.
You can't be. We're doing an ad.
He does this little smile like he's Jodie Foster.
It's not professional.
It is so repugnant. He gets this look. He's like,
We're trying
and
to make
he
money
farts.
here. What are you doing?
It's like, I don't know what you're doing.
I didn't hear it. I didn't draw attention to it.
You made that face. You arch your whole body. You put your ass to the side, and you have a little honk of your horn. It's like, you got problems. All right, I'm going to back up.
A honk of my horn.
A little honk of the horn. All right. This episode was an old school kind of dopey, by the way.
What does that mean?
Just one of those old school dopies.
What are you talking about? Why? Because we're all over the place?
Yeah. All right, stay strong, Dopey Nation. Write a review. Sorry the guitar's out of tune.
Toodles. Wait, are we playing something different at the end of this? No, that was the last episode.
We did the last episode.
Yeah. All right, Toodles.
Hello, and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. And my name's Dave.
And I'm Chris.
Thank you for listening. if I was a Peanuts character, you know, a lot of things. This is a very deep question for me because I am a big fan of Peanuts. And the truth is, I would love to be Schroeder, who was the cool piano player that Lucy loved, and I would pretend that I would be Pigpen, who's filthy, and wherever he goes, there's a cloud of dirt following him around. But the truth is, I'm Charlie Brown, the loser, who complains about
Isn't
everything.
Charlie Brown the star, though?
But he's the neurotic.
You'd have to be the star, don't you?
Ask anybody.
You'll settle for nothing less.
Yeah, you know. Chris never really vocalizes this, but Chris's philosophy of life is really in tune with recovery. It's really irritating sometimes the way it comes across.
Is it?
But yeah, your slogan.
Explain.
Your slogan. It's whatevs.
It's whatevs.
It's whatevs.
Yeah.
What that says is everything's okay. Everything's fine. It's whatevs, man.
It's all about the present.
It's whatevs. It's amazing.
That's all you heard. But you did notice when he emailed us, he said, "Dear Chris and Dave."
He also said Toodles.
Dave gets very mad.
He also
when
said
they
Toodles.
use my name first.
Wow, you know, I have problems.
It bothers you.
I don't. It doesn't bother me.
You told me you don't even read the email. If it says "Dear
One
Chris
says,
and Dave,"
"Dear Chris," I'm not reading. I go, I guess this is for Chris. No, it's just part. It's part of my own mental illness.
all right, stay strong, my brothers and sisters.
Yes,
Say something.
I said yes.
You say goodbye.
I said goodbye.
Say goodbye again.
Goodbye.
Toodles.
Hello, and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. My name is David.
And I'm Chris.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. Ready to rip. Ready to run.
Ready to rip. Ready to run. How are you, brother?
You got those crazy hair right now.
The crazy hair?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, I want to say that love to hear from you guys. We've smoked Omar. He's through in terms of competing with us for reviews. But the only way that's going to maintain is if the people in the Dopey Nation who haven't... Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm listening.
If it's only will maintain if the people who listen to us that haven't written a review will write a review. Because we need more reviews to smite more of Omar.
We have to smite home.
We're not. What does home have?
650?
We can do that. All right. Now we need to catch up with home. What is it going to take?
Home is like two middle-aged women who drank a little bit of wine, and that's what they talk about. I mean, come on, junkies.
Can't
Junkies
you-
unite.
Can't you beat those fucking bitches?
I can't believe you.
What?
When did you use a term like that?
What?
Bitches?
These cons at home. you can't dominate these women. All right.
And stay strong, Dopey Nation.
What?
We're wrapping up, aren't we?
No. All right.
Let's call Jet and talk to Chad about this.
Call them up.
Nah.
All right. Stay strong, Dopey Nation.
And Toodles.
We'll see you next time. Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. And I am Dave.
And I am Chris, and we're coming to you live with new gear. We're still very excited.
We're not live. There's so many notes that I didn't get to, you see?
There's literally 3 notes scribbled on a piece of paper, each about 2 words. He was talking about like the bad part of sarcasm and cynicism. Like, that's like all Dopey is.
And it's when you know something isn't right inside you. Like when you bullshit Paul. I know inside me, God tells me that you're full of shit. Or when you try to turn my father against me.
God can only tell you when you're full of shit. God can't tell you when I'm full of shit. Because what if God is telling me that I'm not full of shit and God's telling you? So our gods are just on different pages.
My God is constantly telling me, Chris is full
my
of
God,
shit.
my God is better than your God.
I'm sure that's true. But my God sees through you.
My God sees past you.
Yes. My God hates me, but hates you more.
My God hates me, but he's rooting for me.
No. Your God sucks, and my God is good. Fuck that. My God is great, and your God is okay.
My God doesn't place value judgments on anything, including his own greatness.
Your God is bullshit. Okay? Your God doesn't even exist. Nothing like that.
Oh my God, when you were talking about the great reality, I was like, well, I know what you're saying, though. I got you. We nose to nose, man.
You're an
I'm
ass.
picking up what you're putting down, and I'm hearing it, and it's good stuff.
What does that mean? Where are you from?
Me, you, God, we're all on the same page.
We're on the same thing.
We're all on the same page right
All right.
now. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You're an ass.
We nose to nose.
I'll tell you.
We're done. We're
I
done.
tolerate so much shit from Chris. Like, I tolerate so much stuff. But there's one thing I just can't tolerate anymore. And it's when he texts me KK. He does
You
it to
told me
bother
you don't like K.
I don't like either.
So I started texting KK.
Who texts you KK?
No, I'm KK.
Who texts you KK?
I do it because you used to have a drug dealer named KK.
No, I did. Oh, I did. That's not why you do
And you
it.
say I don't listen. There you go. I like it. Full circle. You brought it back.
Stay
you brought it
strong.
home. Stay strong, Dopey Nation. And Toodles.
Hello and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. And I'm Dave.
And I'm Chris.
And Dopey Nation, you're really not going to believe this one. We are in a penthouse on 95th Street and Summer Avenue in Manhattan. And who is here but, please introduce yourself.
Drew Pinsky.
Dr. Drew Pinsky.
There you
on Dopey.
This is good. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
It's a privilege for us.
It's an honor and a privilege for us, yes.
I have faith that anybody gets sober now. I mean, if that guy can be here doing that, the horrible, messed up whatever I'm dealing with right now that looks like they're just not going to make it, they don't have a prayer, I remain hopeful because of Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look at you, Chris.
And I've got a few of them like you out there. I
But we
got
need to be cautious because the more good stuff that goes into Chris, the
I'm
more
probably gonna
danger.
relapse now because you're
Shush,
saying all
don't-
this stuff.
Just take it easy.
I understand. I understand. I understand the potential.
Ego strokes are dangerous.
Yeah. You know I took a jab at him the minute before that though. You saw.
Good. So you know what you're doing.
Tempered it, yeah.
That is good. Thank you, Dr. Joe.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you, Dr. Joe.
You have to say
This is
stay.
awesome.
You have to say stay strong, Dopey
Yeah.
Nation.
Stay strong, Dopey Nation.
And Toodles.
You don't have to say Toodles. Chris says Toodles, and
All right, stay strong, Dopey Nation. Toodles.
Hello, and welcome to Dopey, the podcast about drugs, addiction, and dumb shit. And I'm Dave.
And I'm Chris.
And can you believe the sound quality that we've achieved?
Do I sound like a little girl?
No, but your hair looks funny.
Still a concern.
Your hair looks funny, and you sound like a little girl.
We got...
But you look pretty jacked up.
Do I?
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of...
No, I've been eating more ice cream and cookies. Actually.
You haven't been doing a lot of
I gained
stuff?
about 10 pounds.
But is it all muscle?
No.
You're such an ass. What do you do, man?
What do you mean? I'm a future doctor.
Ugh, it's like Chris is like he's just such a nauseating personality. He shows up and he needs to impress my father, make my father like him. He's like, "Hey, Alan, we're going to get tacos. Would you like some? Because you buy us such nice stuff all the time. Oh, Alan, would you come sit with us?" And he's like, "Oh, Alan, check it out, man. Dave's really wasting the coffee." And my dad is kind of a people pleaser. He's like, "Oh, yes, Chris, Dave is wasting
Hey, that's
the
called
coffee."
being polite and common courtesy.
It's just disgusting. All right, here we go.
So
Megan,
with some normal good so bad.
Megan and Bobby with a dictionary. Here we go. Just hold on for a second. Are you honestly telling me that when you were in kindergarten, you would find cigarette butts and smoke them at the river?
Yeah. You know,
That's impossible. Bob, it's not possible.
I didn't start inhaling until I was about 7.
You and Megan have the most beautiful accents I've ever heard. The only problem for me, you should have named the podcast called Fire Report or something where when you say the name, because a dictionary is say a dictionary.
The dictionary was a name that my boyfriend came up with, and it was fucking genius. And I'm like, sorry, dude, I'm still not.
Dude, it's a good name, but it doesn't accentuate your Boston accent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, you're right.
So, like, when you and your dad, hey, this is Bobby. I'm here with the Dictionary podcast. It kind of like falls short. But if it's, hey, this is Bobby with the Fire Report from Boston. What do you want to talk about? You know, that's like something I'd want to be. You know, I think that if you have a little thing in the name, then I think doors will swing wide open. I love the dictionary, but what are the perfect Boston words? I know fire is my favorite. What's another? Yad, ka. I mean, it's like we need it.
You know, I had some carpet stores. You know, I was in the flooring business, and people used to come in from New York, and they come up to me and they say, "Bobby, do me a favor. Just say this for me." It's the New York guys. Say, park your car in. I parked my car in Harvard Yard, and I used to tell them they don't allow you to park cars in Harvard Yard. I don't know where you heard that.
You'd be like, "Shut the fuck up. You want to buy some carpet or what?"
Alrighty. Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
When we have more time, I'll be happy to.
Wonderful.
Right on.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right,
Nice
guys.
seeing you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring at the window at the darkness. When the boredom overtook us, he began to speak. He said, "Son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and I drank down my last swallow. Crushed out a cigarette, asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the Game Boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to..."
Fight.
You don't know the song?
No.
Really?
Play hit it, of course. Maybe
You
I'll
got
the
to
chorus.
know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run, and you never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.